Hey everybody, this is the Lucky TJ at Living Metaphysically. And I have a couple of videos I'm going to make tonight. One is going to be about Tezos. In general, Tezos is a cryptocurrency, but it's a blockchain as well, that has been I bought Tezos back in 2017. So it's been a year for me to wait. They had a lot of problems because their management started arguing. They accused one of the people who was in charge of who was on their staff or of stealing money. They had an argument, whatever it was. And anyway, Tezos has been in the news for a while people who bought the ICO were waiting to be able to get their money. So one of the things about it is that here, maybe I just do a Google search so I can sound more I don't know, more savvy, because all I really cared about is that at the time I was so brand new in crypto that I really literally just bought these Tezos. I don't know what they were. And I just bought, I didn't even buy many, I just bought 500 of them. And then I was like, oh, I thought it was going to be a great idea. And, whew, boy, then they had all these problems and nobody could get their Tezos. So it took a long time for the Brightmans, for Arthur Brightman and his wife, to be able to get this Tezos off the ground and get it, moving to the point where we can get our money. And also if you want to, and I'm going to show you how you can get the Tezos wallet, and you'll be able to sell it if you want to, or hold on to it, or what you want to, or do what they call baking. So all in all, Tezos was one of the, Tezos got more, it was one of the largest ICOs. They took in so much money that it wasn't even funny. So here, let me see if I can give you some facts. La la la, ha ha ha. All right, here you go. Curious Tale of Tezos. Hacker Noon, April 6th. Let's see here. Open up. I'm on camera. All right, here we go. A $232 million ICO to 4 class action suits. All right, so Tezos just 8 months ago. So this one was written in April. So 8 months from April was 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was around September, October, November, December. Yeah, right. Okay. So in September, a blockchain named Tezos raised $232 million with an initial coin offering, which is what they call an ICO in the crypto world. And it was the biggest ICO ever. Arthur and Kathleen Brightman, who were a couple who founded the project, raised 10 times more than their wildest estimates. But 8 months later, the couple and the projects facing 4 class action lawsuits, and those really essentially came because people were scared they weren't going to get their money. But anyway, Tezos would allow here's what Tezos actually is. Tezos was promised as a cryptocurrency that would not have any governance issues. The idea was cool. Tezos would allow any developer to come forth with technical improvements to the cryptocurrency's code base, and then it would be a vote among all the Tezos holders, and if it turned out positive, the change would be adopted, and the developers would be awarded Tezos. So, that really sounded really good way back then. It still sounds really great. And if you've been looking at CoinMarketCap, one thing you're going to notice is that today, even though everything else, Tezos. So anyway, Bitcoin is at 7,300, which is really nice, really big. It's up $1,000 from 2 days ago. And let's just look at Tezos. So Tezos is at 232. I mean, I'm really tempted to sell mine. And the market cap is $1 billion. So I mean, I might sell a few, get my initial investment back. I had considered selling back. Look at this. That can't be true. Oh, I see. Well, way back then in December, I couldn't have gotten my Tezos because it was stuck inside. It was just stuck. There was no way to be able to get it. But I did have. So it's really an interesting chart here. Anyway, when I saw that Tezos was around $2, $3 and something, then I was like, I wished I could have gotten it, but I couldn't get it. So, what am I trying to tell you? Well, is that fortunately today I had the great occasion to be able to get my Tezos into my wallet. Yay! So look, this is how you'll do it if you want to. You can start by going to the Tezos Foundation website, which is Tezos.com, https :/, and then because Tezos is on the Betanet now, they have their Betanet. So it isn't fully being, so once they finish doing all the testing that they want to do, then it'll be off the Betanet. But right now, this is allowing us to be able to get our Tezos. So you can read all about it here, that it's stakeholders, blah, 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 which is awesome, proof of stake. So, and you can follow them, which I've been following them, waiting to see. So finally, I just did a little research, and I saw that in general, what you need to do is you can actually go to the blog, and you can read anything you want about, Tezos. And the Tezos validation is called baking. So, instead, so let's see, Bitcoin, well, let's see, what is Tezos? Block creation is done by bakers. Rather than deriving the right to create a block by finding the solution as a proof of work problem, bakers obtain that right when a Tezos token, or rather a role, see below, they own or that is delegated to them, is randomly selected to create a block. Since not everyone holding tokens is interested in being a baker, tokens can be delegated to another party. So that sounds really cool. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do with mine because I really just wanted to get my money, but we'll see how Tezos ends up doing, because I've been pretty impressed that the price of it has stayed, compared to some other projects that were around. Like I was looking at some of the other coins and projects that I had, and some of that there's two of them that aren't even a penny. So that's a drag, and when the bull market gets in full force, who knows exactly what's going to happen with everybody's altcoins. But for right now, Tezos is pretty decent. So here we go. Tezos, which symbol is XTZ, looks strong as market bounces back. This is an article that was written today, and it's just talking about it's after launching its main net. Well, it's got a main net, but it's really the beta net. The token started trading around $1.98 before it quickly dropped. People dumped it, and it dropped to 121. But since then, it's back up, and as you just saw, Tezos is at 232. So that's not so bad, really. Depends on how much you have. So anyhow, enough of that. What I want to do is talk about how did I finally get it. I gotta tell you, I owe getting the Tezos into my wallet to not only the guy Steven who created this the steps who created the Stephen Andrews apparently works for Tezos or is on their board, and he figured out the wallet. And so you can go to their Twitter and you can see that there's not their Twitter, but one of the Twitters of people who have been following Tezos. They were talking about thanking him for this wallet. So you have to start off with let me go back. Let me just see. Wait 1 second. Tezos Foundation, Betanet. Okay, let's click that. All right, so what you're going to do is you can get started here. How to get started. Check your contribution. So if you have a contribution, what you can do is you can click this button, and then you can, it will open up, and if you have to have your public key hash, and you paste that in, and it will tell you your contribution that's on the blockchain, and that'll be just awesome. So whenever you had bought Tezos in the ICO, you were given a PDF document. Now I'll tell you something, back when I bought, I didn't have any record of any PDF. I don't know where it is, what it was, and I was so green, I didn't know what anything was. I didn't understand wallets. I just, luckily, because I'm in IT, I did save my all of my information, so I had it, but I definitely didn't have this PDF document. And I did write to Tezos and ask them about having that document and what I really needed, because I did have my public and private keys and everything that I needed, and they wrote back and said that's all you need and the password. Fortunately, I kept the password. So here's another something for you to take out of this video for crypto life, is that whatever you do, keep a copy of it, keep a record of it. And this is in general with anything internet and computers, but you need to be as safe as you can. You need to record everything so you know your passwords, and then figure out a way so that other people can't steal your stuff. So that's just one piece of a suggestion. And then second, once you've checked your contribution that it does show up on the blockchain, then you can obtain your activation code. But you can't get it until you have done the know your customer process. So if you didn't do that before the Betanet launch, you have to do it now. So you can begin the KYC. And here's some. I didn't read this earlier because what I did was, here you go, June 10th. So the Tezos Betanet, I think, only just came out on the 3rd of July, so you're not really far behind in the game if you haven't found out this information recently, until like today. So here's some frequently asked questions. It's just asking, different things about the activation code, blah, 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 blah. So let's just get back to the main thing of what I was going to say, which is you can begin the KYC. Essentially, you click this button and it's going to walk you through all your steps. Now, here are the steps that you're going to do. This is a combination. What I'm talking about is a combination of, I actually saw a video that a guy had done, because Arthur Brightman actually did, there's a way for you to be able to use the command line to be able to access your Tezos. But for people who aren't all that IT savvy, just getting a wallet, this wallet that Stephen Andrews created is about the best thing next, because it's GUI. So anyway, here's what you can have is, this is one of the Reddit's steps to claim your Tezos account and delegate. So you activate your wallet. So you will go here to www.stephenandrews GitHub, which actually, I think basically that's this one right here. Yeah, no, it's not. It's this one. All right, so I already had it open, but what you'll do is you go here. Well, first of all, you have to finish the KYC. And then you're going to put your public hash in here. And once you finish with your KYC, which was where? Sorry. Here, let me just get rid of some of this stuff so it's not so confusing. Once you're finished with your KYC right here, so that's not that hard. If you have all your information, just put it in there. It may take just put it in. It's not going to take long. It's a pretty neat KYC process done by some third-party company that literally takes your information. You can use a passport or your driver's license, and then they, ask you to put a photo in, etc. After filling a form, and then it grades it right then. It's not one of these things like some other KYC so that I've done where it took some KYCs I did last year. It took, I mean, I swear to God, it took like 6 months. It seems like. And some of them seem as though they take like at least one or 2 days. I don't know lately because I haven't done any lately other than this one. And this one was like amazingly speedy. And then they actually literally sent me about 3 or 4 emails saying that, mine had passed. And I was like, yay. But, I didn't really care because I was on to the next step. I had gotten my Tezos already by the time I even checked that. But anyway, so you go ahead and you will complete the KYC, the KYC. And after that, so essentially, I think this is probably the second page. Registration for Tezos Foundation. Yeah, that's right. So when you open it up, you're going to register here, and then you'll finish. And so all that so it's totally awesome. And then you'll come over here and you put in your hash and your activation code. And like at first I was very skeptical to see like who is this guy, Stephen Andrews. So I went to I looked him up. I did a search for him, and then I found I found enough that made me feel as though I felt safe, because Arthur Brightman didn't really mention him in his latest video, but I got the impression that yes, he is on the so here's what Stephen Andrews says. He's a community developer for Tezos, working with a number of well-known Tezos related projects in development. I'm also a board member of the Tezos Commons Foundation. All of my tools are safe and secure, and a lot of them power other tools, e.g. EasyTZ and Tezbox. So you can donate to him if you want to in Bitcoin or Tezos. And so when I looked him up and looked at the Twitter accounts, and I got the idea that yes, indeed, this was a legitimate situation. So anyway, I decided to take a chance, and I went on and I went through all the steps. So once you put in your public key, hash, and activation code and activate, then you're just going to go through, it's going to say activated. Then you're going to follow the rest of the steps over here. So you're, like I said here, you go to that website we just looked at, enter your public key hash, enter your activation code, click activate, wait 30 seconds for your wallet to activate, and you get a little window that says it's activated. So if you get some sort of error, which I didn't get, then you have to change your browser, but I was able to do it in, oh gosh, I don't remember if I probably used Opera. Then you want to restore your wallet. So what you do is go to Tezos GitHub.wallet new. So here's a link right here. And then you'll see that it has, this wallet, and telling you that be warned that you're dealing with the live Tezos Betanet. Please read and accept our disclaimer. You can read those things. You can read it or not, and then you hit I accept. So I'm not going to go through the process. You can do it for yourself. Sorry about that. Just going to go ahead and give you this information because it worked like a charm for me, and hopefully it'll work for you too. So if you need any help, quite naturally, if you see my email, I will try to help you some sort of way. Or you can look me up on Facebook. Well, actually, no, you can't. Never mind. All right, so you're going to restore your wallet, then you're going to, so it's going to say, click the fundraiser. So when you see the wallet come up in the window, or at least the choices of how to restore it, it's going to be 3 tabs, and one is going to say fundraiser wallet. And then you enter your details, put in your 15 words, seed, password, and activation code, and email. Click on Restore Tezos, and then it will be done. So that's basically all it is. Then you're going to go to the next page where it's going to tell you to encrypt your wallet. You can use any password that you want. And it says, compare your public hash address of the ICO wallet with the wallet you've entered. If the address doesn't match and the balance is 0, then you haven't activated, blah, blah, blah. That didn't happen to me. And you can delegate your coins. Now, I didn't do this part. So this is good that I'm doing this video. So to go to my Tezos Baker to see potential delegates, choose a delegate, and go to their website to see their delegate app. I might do this later on your Tezos wallet. So what's going to happen is when you set your wallet up, then you will end up having, you can transfer your coins. You can. So what is this that is saying? What I was going to say is that at this point, you will have your Tezos. If you want to use, you can sell them if you like, or you can hold on to them. So here are the markets that they're on. Gate.io, Hit BTC, and Gatecoin. So for me, I may sell a little bit of it, but I don't have all that much anyway. And you can stay connected with them via their Twitter account. And they updated a lot. And they have more. And it's another couple of. So Arthur B is actually Arthur Brightman, and he's. Here's the. Here's the video. The screen. Here's a tutorial on how to use the Ledger. HQ Nano S with Tezos in the command line, and you can do that if you want to be super extra secure, or you can go ahead and get the wallet. Alright, so with all of that, I am going to sign off because it's about time for me to make another video about something completely different, and hopefully this helped you. Let's see if there's anything else. This guy talking about Baker's life, and you get the role, you're endorsing, Bake endorsed, what does it take? You have to have bandwidth, CPU. This baking is apparently kind of like staking, but I don't know, it may be. So if you have more questions, then you can just ask, and explainer video, maybe I'll go there and see what that is. But meanwhile, if you have Tezos, then now you know you can get it. Oh, and I did see that in the wallet. I certainly could send it to any of the exchanges and get rid of it. So, all right, with that, I'm just going to say my motto is question everything and examine what might be in the way of you having the life that you actually want. And, with that, peace out.